At the time of recording this episode, there are 3.6 million apps and 984,000 games on the Apple App Store alone. 92.3% of the apps on the Apple App Store alone are free apps, with an average of 828 new apps being released daily on the Apple App Store. The mobile app industry is arguably one of the most competitive industries in the world. With these staggering numbers, getting your apps seen and let alone be downloaded from the Apple App Store can be difficult. So what am I getting at? We live in a competitive world, and you will have to be really interesting and an MVP in order to be successful in any industry that you want to undertake. In this world, skills are no longer an impressive trait to get you through the door. One needs to be noticed and be relevant in the industry. In other words, you will have to have a slight edge over your peers and your competitors if you want to be noticed and recognized in your industry. So, how does one get a slight edge in the industry you're in? Let's make sense of it. Welcome to Making Sense of It podcast, a show that discusses subject matters that we seldom talk about and yet is crucial to our lives and careers. I'm your host, Buhake Cindy. I'm an enterprise software and DevOps engineer, and in this episode we will discuss and explore on the topic of standing out, having a slight edge in your industry. Standing out. For an app developer, if the app does not allure the audience to download or buy the app from the App Store, it might get lost in a whirlpool of apps in the App Store. This view can be applied to individuals too. Successful people have mastered the technique of alluring the audience to buy into what they are selling by consistently standing out. By observing successful or recognizable people in their various fields and industries over the years, I've identified 6 major traits that I believe that everyone can apply in order to stand out and be relevant in their fields and industry. Point number 1. Successful people are passionate people. Every successful person are passionate in what they do, including scammers, unfortunately. They are so passionate in their work that they do not consider it as work but as a passion. A problem is never seen as a problem but as an obstacle to overcome. Thus, each obstacle is taken as a challenge to learn, understand, and solve. Every day is a day worth embracing, learning, and improving on the progress established yesterday. Time is valuable, so they will prioritize their schedules to allow themselves more time to work on their passion. They are highly disciplined, focused, motivated, and driven. These traits is what fuel their goal and ambitions. Point number 2. Successful people are risk takers. Successful people are not afraid to take a brave stand to face and overcome the obstacles in order to stand ahead to achieve their destiny. Such people are willing to take risks, often a calculated risk, and face their fears knowing that reaping their ROI is so worth it at the end. Not all risk yields success, and that's okay. There is a lesson to be had from it, and a try again with better information. After all, not all failures are failures. Point number 3. Stand-up people become a person of value. A successful person is often seen as a person of value. The more value they provide, the more successful they become. Thus, the more years of experience you have gained in your life and career can be considered by the industry as either valuable or useless, provided value can be seen from it. One way they become a person of value is that they focus on their personal growth and share their experiences and lessons as a content of value. They create a platform where they share their insights and experiences from their personal life and work, and they're not afraid to share it freely. Elon Musk freely shared this Hyperloop idea to the world, and a new industry was formed. So always put your work and knowledge out there to the world. It will always bring value out there to someone, somewhere. Point number 4. Standout people always adapt and embrace change. This pandemic of 2020 has showed us that humans have the ability to adapt and embrace change when put into a corner. Industry changes, and in today's digital world, changes occur at a very fast pace. A stand-up person embraces change and becomes comfortable with it very quickly. They have to be ready to wear many hats, changing positions, learning new tech, understand rules, policies, and systems in order to adapt, learn, and change in order to be relevant to the new times. Point number 5. A stand-up person are genuine and authentic. Let's face it, we all have an emotional attachment and are gravitated towards a successful person who have profoundly impacted our lives, either in a good or a bad way. We tend to gravitate towards authentic people who are genuine, trustworthy, and generous. True, genuine, successful people are not afraid to share their knowledge and resources and love to see other people do well around them. As a team player, they're confident enough not to worry about the success of others. They believe that your success is their success. Unfortunately, there are people who do appear genuine and authentic to swindle others for their own benefit, and there are many swindlers out there on the market. Genuine people won't force themselves onto others to make people like them. They won't show off and are not desperate for attention. Genuine people are confident in their work and they focus solely at forging their own paths without judgment and hurting others in the process. Point number 6. Stand-up people become an expert in their niche. Every field and industry has its expert. In today's world, people want to become educated. Many people have problems and have many questions, and they try to find data to help them make decisions. When a person provides the information they are looking for, that person is considered an expert on the subject. So, building a reputation as a subject matter expert in your industry gives you a competitive edge and a competitive niche in your industry. Experts are always students in their field or passion projects. They learn everything they can on topics relating to their field or project. They contribute to the field or subject, thus adding value to the field or subject, and share what they know and have discovered about the field or subject. Finally, you might have heard the saying, fortune favors the bold, fortune favors the brave, and fortune favors the strong, signifying people who act decisively makes their own fate. The one thing about people that stands out is that they are highly motivated, ambitious, driven, and hardworking in order to achieve their goals in the chosen field, and the value that they leave behind them must provide lasting impact to the industry they're in. In the Netflix documentary Genius, Kanye West was boxed in by his former record label, Rockefeller, as a music producer. He wanted to be a successful rapper, so he took matters in his own hands. He said, and I quote, "When the industry tries to put you in a box, make sure you create an opportunity for yourself." End quote. He created opportunities to be featured on MTV in the 90s. He self-funded his own music video, Through the Wire, which became an extremely popular and successful song. From there, as I say, everything else is history. Be bold, ambitious, document and share your learnings and failures through various platforms. Become an expert in your field, and always market yourself as a brand and a person of value. Thank you for listening. These are my experiences that I thought that I could share, and I hope that it will benefit someone who is listening to it. Until the next episode, be kind to others always, for we never know what everybody else is going through. Thank you and God bless.